And good afternoon or morning, depending on where you're located at. I have to say, it's been, I think, about 4 weeks since we've actually had a show. So I guess welcome back to us. And we are here today with Christina Krauss, who's actually an author and kids author, I would say, with the books Teddy Loves Spaghetti. And there was actually another one, which I'll let her tell you about her books.
Yes, so the very first book is called Teddy Loses His Ears. It's about my real life rescue cat that I was fostering because this cat lost his ears to frostbite in central Canada in minus 50 degree weather in Saskatchewan. Yes, he had a lot of injuries, and my family and I were fostering animals over COVID, and we had a lot of kittens and a whole house full, and it was really great. And we saw this cat, and no one was really volunteering to foster him and give him a chance because he looked mean and ugly. He just looked different because of his injuries, and what he'd been through. I'd be angry too. So we decided to give him a chance, and he actually turned out to be the most wonderful cat, and he fit in with the family perfectly. He just completed us, so we ended up adopting him. So the first story, Teddy Loses His Ears, is kind of just about preventative injuries and pet care, and a little bit about Teddy's emotional journey, about how he looks different from all the other cats and his feelings, and fielding a lot of questions about his abnormality and fitting in. And but at the end, there's a happy ending, and he just wants to remind people to keep their pets indoors.
Well, I can imagine with all that cold, like Mish said, cats can survive almost anything. Different is good. It shows a different.
Sorry.
I was going to say it shows a different aspect of the animals and what they can endure.
Absolutely. And Teddy has endured a lot. I feel like he's worked through about at least 7 of his 9 lives already. So.
Wow. So what was your biggest inspiration to write?
So I've always kind of thought I'd like to write a children's book, but I never had the right inspiration. But when we got this cat, I just felt like his story had to be told, because it's I thought it was a very unique story, but it turns out it's actually not very unique at all. A lot of cats suffer from these kind of injuries from being left outdoors. So I just wanted it to really resonate with children, and something that sticks with them throughout their adulthood. So when they, become pet owners later in life, they might remember this tragic story and do better. But so when we got Teddy, part of the fostering, it was spaghetti night in our family, and Teddy just jumped between the kids on the bench and sat between them and almost expected to be served a bowl of spaghetti. And when we all left the table, the cat knocked over the bowl of spaghetti and started eating it. And I've had cats my whole life, and I have never seen a cat that likes pasta. So I'm like, oh my God, Teddy loves spaghetti. And then that was kind of the inspiration, because I'm like, that sounds like such a great book title, and all kids love spaghetti and cats. So at that point I said, okay, I'm going to write a story about Teddy Loves Spaghetti and talk about nutrition and pet care as well, reading nutrition labels and foods that can be toxic to pets. Just because they enjoy eating it doesn't mean it's necessarily good for them like it is for humans. And then this story touches a little bit on diabetes as well. So that's what this story looks like. Teddy loves spaghetti. It's very cute. Teddy's got a little bowl of spaghetti on his head. So when I decided to do Teddy Loves Spaghetti, I thought, okay, I think it's important to do it in chronological order. So first Teddy loses his ears. Then we found out he loves spaghetti. And then there's going to be 2 other books in the series. Teddy Gets Adopted is going to be coming out later this week, I hope. And then Teddy Visits the Vet will have a surprise ending. So there's kind of 4 books in the series so far that are written and on their way to getting published and being put out into the market.
Well, we did have one question. Can cats eat popcorn?
I think they can, and I don't imagine there's anything toxic in the popcorn for them. Of course, it depends if there's toppings on the popcorn, but my cat loves butter. Cats often like dairy, so I think it would be okay. I wouldn't recommend feeding it. Cats are strictly carnivores, which means their diet should consist of just meat only.
I was going to say, I know our dogs love popcorn. We have 6 now. We're down to 6 cats outside.
Oh, wow.
But they're more territorial. We feed them. They roam the yard. But yeah, they're hunters for sure.
And I guess where you live, it's your concern for your animals being outdoors would more be the heat.
The heat and the rain occasionally. It's supposed to be a good amount of rain coming this week.
Okay.
And one of them's about to have kittens.
Okay.
The only one that we could not catch, because we do the catch and release.
So maybe you could set up a little area where that cat could feel safe to have her kittens, a little tote with some hay in it or something, so they could stay warm and sheltered. And
she actually cleared herself a place out under our deck.
Perfect. Okay, they're fairly instinctual. They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
And what are you going to do with the kittens?
Well, keep them here, catch and release again.
Oh, you're just going to keep them all. Okay, mm-hmm. That's great. Yeah.
We have 2 acres so they can roam and we do feed them, so they're happy. They're happy.
Cats. That's what they like. They like they're hunters by nature, and they love to hunt for food, but it's nice that they also have shelter and food provided for them when necessary. So that's great.
Now, some of them, they don't want you to be near them, but others will they love their attention and being petted. Now, with Teddy being fostered, how is he with all that?
Oh my goodness. So at first it took Teddy a little bit of time. Teddy has a bit of an attitude, I'm not going to lie. I feel like if you walk past the cat, he swats at you. I'm not sure if maybe in a previous life his owners or caretakers maybe kicked him a bit, or if he feels like he needs to get your attention, like I want to be fed or let me outside. So he does take a swat, but the claws are never out. It's more of pay attention to me. But when it comes to cuddling, Teddy has learned to be the ultimate lap cat. And Teddy also sleeps with me every night. And I don't really need one of those gravity weighted blankets because I have a cat that just sits right here, right on my face. And it does offer me a level of comfort. And this cat is my shadow. It is like a dog, follows me around everywhere. We're on the same schedule. It's really quite... It's just over the past 2 years, we've really connected, and I'm just so grateful.
I'm laughing because one of the cats here, her name is Warrior, and she loves her belly rubbed and all that. But if you stop, she will actually swat at you, saying, "No, you can't stop. You got to keep going."
Oh yeah, that's how they communicate, I think. So it's not always a ferocious thing. It's like, this is what I need you to do.
Mm-hmm. But she has her claws out, and it's like, ouch.
Yeah, I constantly have little poke marks all over my chest and stuff. I have to keep pulling the blanket up and putting the paws down because he doesn't realize when he's kneading the dough that he's actually hurting me sometimes unintentionally.
Oh, yeah. Now, with the third book just coming out this week, are you actually anticipating a fourth book?
Yes. So the fourth book is mostly written just in draft copy. It's unedited. I have to make a lot of revisions to it. That's the challenge with children's books is you really need to simplify the story, like condense the narrative down to just a few sentences while still getting your messages across. So this one's proving to be a little bit more difficult, but yes, there will definitely be four in the series, and I'm sure there will be much more because having this cat as my pet, it's just a constant source of inspiration, and my children's reactions to things that we deal with the cat is that's where I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Okay.
That's got to be priceless also. And it's almost like you're writing down your memories too.
Absolutely, and my family is depicted in the story because they are true stories about the cat and our family and our journey through this process from fostering to adoption and all of Teddy's little quirks that make him unique. So yeah, it's been really fun, and my kids, all their friends at school, like all the local schools and libraries carry these books, and if there's ever a field trip and I attend, all the kids gather around me like I'm a big celebrity and they want to ask me all these questions about Teddy, and I just love it. I feel so honored.
Now, where can people find you at?
I have a website, www.christinemilkovic-krauss.com. And so if they go to the website, they can read about me, the illustrator. They can see Teddy at home and a little bit more details about Teddy. And they could print off coloring sheets for their kids. And they could buy the books directly from the website, or they are available at Amazon worldwide.
I hope I got that right.
Yep, it looks right.
Okay. Now, is there a way people can get a signed copy from you? I know it's hard to ship internationally, but
no, absolutely. It's not that difficult to ship internationally. If people were to reach out to me, my cmkauthor@gmail.com, that information on how to contact me is on the website. And if they reached out for signed copies, I'd be happy to oblige. As well, Teddy has his own Facebook page. It's called The Adventures of Teddy. So they could always message me there as well. And I post a lot of pet care tips and funny little cat memes and pictures of Teddy at home quite frequently on his Facebook page. It's very active.
oh, very nice. That should be fun to follow.
Yes.
But I do want to thank you for being on the show. And everybody, we are back. We're going to keep our schedule. We have conventions coming up. We have podcasts coming up with comic book writers, conventions, actresses, voice actors and actresses. We are in the game still. We just had a minor setback, and we're going to be happy to provide you all we can. But until our next show, everyone,